field operations, there were seizures, but sometimes the efforts were limited at the level of seizures. Detainers, owners of products sometimes were not arrested at all, and they could therefore freely continue to carry out their activities. So the wildlife law was enforced, but we came up to effectively enforce it, meaning to actually identify the real people behind the illegal trade.
What's your relationship like with the Ministry of Wildlife and Forestry?
The Ministry of Forestry and Wildlife is our partner. Is our development partner for development. So we signed a memorandum of understanding, an MOU, with the Ministry of Forestry and Wildlife, and that MOU is renewed every 2 years. So we are the partner of the ministry in the sense that we are the one looking for information, because the ministry sometimes doesn't have enough human resources or enough means to carry out investigations in the field to look for information about illegal activities. So we are the one to do that job. And when we have we collect those information, we gather the information, we are the one to inform them, we are the one to work together with them, because LAGA is not doing the work of the Ministry of Forestry and Wildlife. LAGA is assisting the Ministry of Forestry and Wildlife.
How successful have you been in enforcing the 1994 wildlife law?
As I told you, we came from a level of zero prosecution of a major dealer.
Just like a totem to us, and when people go, these hunters, they kill this elephant for ivory, for illegal trafficking of ivory. So LAGA is there, and they are really doing a marvelous job to help us actually to cut down some of this.
Welcome back. Now, tell me, do you sometimes get the impression that people don't understand your mission and therefore take you as enemies?
Yes, of course. As Cameroonians, as African, we are consumers of bush meat. It is in our traditions, because we are either coming from Bantu people or from the Baka pygmies, and we are since the beginning, our ancestors were consuming bush meat, and it is sometimes really understandable for a villager, for example, to know that he cannot kill an animal to feed himself, or he cannot hunt. So this is why we are not combating those who are carrying out activities of sensitization, of education of the public, and it is also important to inform or to let the people know that hunting is not it's not forbidden, it is not prohibited, it is regulated. So you have to know which species you have to hunt or to consume. The other aspect is that we sometimes use also wildlife for traditional purposes, for hits. We have our traditional rulers that use trophies. You have ivory tusk, for example. I take you the example of the Prime Minister office, where you see two ivory tusk. You have some dignitaries that use leopard skins as some of the tools for the position as the traditional rulers. So all of this is part of our work, because we are working together with NGOs, with the civil society that is carrying out activities of sensitization, education of the public, promotion of alternative generating incomes activities. But it has not just to be limited to sensitization. Sensitization has to be coupled with enforcement, because as I was telling you, the enforcement will bring us that deterrent factor, which was for a long time the missing ingredient in the conservation formula.
Yeah, we get reports coming from the northern regions of Cameroon about elephants that destroy crops. If the villagers decide to attack and kill elephants, what's going to happen to them? How would you interpret the law in this case?
Yes, we also got such reports about elephants destroying crops in not only the northern part of Cameroon and some other parts of Cameroon. This situation is really unfortunate. The law